Aqua friends. I hope you're having a good day. Today, Miss Julie is going to read you a story. And the name of the story is Scaredy Squirrel. Now, I don't have the book here with me. I'm reading it on my computer for you, but I wanted to show you that the title of the story is Scaredy Squirrel. It's written by Melanie Watts. Now, when you look at this title and you see the picture with it, what do you think our story could be about? Did you think it might be about a squirrel? You're right. And what kind of squirrel? A happy squirrel? A sad squirrel? Maybe our story is about a scared squirrel, right? That's the title of our book. So I want you to think about that. Now, we know we read books for lots of different reasons. We read books for just fun and excitement. We read books so we can learn new things. We read books because sometimes we can pretend and use our imagination. So there's all different reasons we read books. But this book is one of those books that's a fun book, but also there's some words in it that I want you to listen for, okay? I want you to listen for the words that I'm going to tell you. So, because they're words that we might not know. And if we don't know a word in a story, sometimes it can be a little hard to understand what it means, right? So Scaredy Squirrel is going to do some things in this story. He's going to do a venture, not an adventure, similar to an adventure. It's a venture. He's going to venture out. Venture out. And that means he's going to go on a daring or brave journey. Okay, so be listening for venture. Another word, there are two words that kind of go together, advantage and disadvantage. An advantage is something that's kind of good, okay, kind of works in your favor, something you want. A disadvantage is something that's not so great, okay? So in this story, you'll find out that Scaredy Squirrel has some advantages, some good things, and some disadvantages, things that aren't so great, okay? And then finally, you will hear how Scaredy Squirrel has to consult something. Consult. And that means he's going to take a close look and try and get more information about something, okay? So now I'm going to read to you Scaredy Squirrel, and I want you to listen for those words. Pay attention to the character in the story and see if you can remember the things I told you about with those words. It will help you understand the story a little bit better. All right, friends, enjoy Scaredy Squirrel. Scaredy Squirrel, written by Melanie Watt. Warning. Scaredy Squirrel insists that everyone wash their hands with antibacterial soap before reading this book. Good news, friends. Miss Julie is reading the story on her computer, not holding the book. But even better news, my hands are very clean because I just washed them also. So we can continue. Scaredy Squirrel never leaves his nut tree. Here's his nut tree. Let's count how many nuts are in his nut tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 nuts in his nut tree. That sounds like a pretty good amount. He'd rather stay in his safe and familiar tree than risk venturing out into the unknown. The unknown can be a very scary place for a squirrel. Do you see the arrow? The arrow is pointing to all of this. See that? That's the unknown to Scaredy Squirrel. A few things that Scaredy Squirrel is afraid of. Green Martians, killer bees, tarantulas, poison ivy, germs, and sharks. Some of those things Miss Julie's a little bit afraid of. So he is perfectly happy to stay right where he is. He's even given a thumbs up, isn't he? Advantages of never leaving my nut tree. 1, I have a very beautiful, great view. 2, plenty of nuts. 3, it's very safe. And 4, there are no tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, germs, killer bees, or sharks. Now, there are some problems about never leaving my nut tree. 1, It's the same view every single day. I just see the same things. 2, it's the same old nuts every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's the same old place. That's kind of a pickle to be in. In Scaredy Squirrel's nut tree, every day is the same. Everything is predictable. Everything is under control. Predictable means he can just kind of know what's going to come next. So here we have all his trees for each day of the week. There's Scaredy Squirrel, just doing the same thing every day. Here is Scaredy Squirrel's daily routine. At 6:45 in the morning, he stretches and wakes up. 7, he eats a nut. 7:15, he looks at the view. At noon, he eats another nut. 12:30, looks at the view. At 5, eats a nut. 5:31, looks at the view. 8 o'clock, he is off to bed. But let's say, just for example, that something unexpected did happen. Now you can be assured that Squirrel is prepared. What does this look like, friends? Maybe it's a treasure map with X marking the spot. Maybe it's a doctor's kit, first aid kit. Let's find out. A few items in Scaredy Squirrel's emergency kit. So it's his emergency kit. Well, he's got lots of good things. He's got a hard hat, antibacterial soap, calamine lotion, a parachute, bug spray, mask and rubber gloves, a net, a Band-Aid, and some sardines. What to do in case of an emergency according to Scaredy Squirrel. Step 1, panic. Ah! Step 2, run. Step 3, get your emergency kit. Step 4, put on all of the emergency kit supplies. Step 5, consult your exit plan. Step 6, exit the tree. If there is absolutely, definitely no other option. You might be wondering what his exit plan is. Well, it is top secret, but he will share it with us. Exit plan, top secret. Exit number 1. Note to self, watch out for the green Martians and the bees in the sky. Exit 2. Note to self, do not land in river. If unavoidable, use sardines to distract the sharks. So exit 2 has him using his parachute, and it's saying, don't land in the river. Exit 3, look out for poison ivies and for tarantulas roaming on the ground. Exit 4, keep in mind that germs are everywhere. Then he says at the very end of his exit plan, remember, if everything else fails, just pretend to be dead, and that always works. He's got lots of ideas, doesn't he? With his emergency kit in hand, Scaredy Squirrel watches. Day after day, he watches and watches until one day, Thursday, 9:37 a.m. What do you see in his binoculars? Did you say bees? You are right. Ah! A killer bee has appeared! Scaredy Squirrel jumps in panic, knocking his emergency kit out of the tree. Oh dear! Knocking his kit out of the tree was not part of his plan. Scaredy Squirrel jumps to catch his kit. He quickly regrets this idea because guess what? The parachute is inside of the kit. Oh boy. But something incredible happens. He starts to glide. What? Scaredy Squirrel is no ordinary squirrel. Oh no, friends. He's a flying squirrel. He feels overjoyed, adventurous. Scaredy Squirrel forgets all about the killer bee, not to mention the tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, germs, and sharks. Instead, he is feeling alive, carefree, super Uh, until he lands in a bush and plays dead. He plays dead 30 minutes, for an hour, 2 hours. Finally, Scaredy Squirrel realizes that nothing horrible is happening in this unknown today. So he just walks right back to his nut tree. All this excitement has inspired Scaredy Squirrel to make a drastic change. What kind of changes do you think he'll make? Here is a new and improved daily schedule for Squirrel. Wake up, eat a nut, look at the view, and jump into the unknown. Play dead, return home, eat a nut, look at the view, eat a nut, look at the view, go to sleep. So he's adding some adventure to his day. P.S. As for my emergency kit, Scaredy Squirrel is in no hurry to pick it up just yet. Oh dear, look where it landed. Right in the poison ivy. So, Scaredy Squirrel isn't going to hurry to get that. The end.